welcome to the Broken Perk podcast. We're here recording what is our second video, and I guess would be our 40th something.
It's our 42nd episode. I don't know, 43rd. I keep fucking that up. But yeah,
we don't know what we're doing.
No, we don't know what we're doing, clearly. But again, give us some some criticism.
Yeah.
If we're kind of lacking right now, our video quality is going to be a little low because we're still trying to learn how to deal with this equipment.
Yeah.
But please bear with us. I know we also have a 20-second intro for our first video, and yeah, we're gonna try to shorten that too.
Bear with that. If you can get past those 20 seconds, then
just fucking just knowledge, dude.
Then you can enjoy our fucking shitty show. But yeah, man. All right, so your boys are just here chilling.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
We're just here chilling. We're having a Guinness. I'm having a fucking. I had my alcohol already. I'm trying to not do any more alcohol.
Not go further.
But yeah, we're just here chilling. You know, I think if we're just here, we're just gonna just chill,
shoot the shit, and see where it takes us. Of course, we're gonna talk about our boys over here.
There is some shit that we're gonna cover. It's crazy. This shit happens.
The boys. This
shit happens after we recorded the first fucking video, and then all this crazy stuff happens.
And actually, all of this shit broke while we were having a get together here.
Yeah.
And we were just at that point, we all just kind of went we need to pay attention to this.
Yeah.
We just kind of fucking just withdrew ourselves from everybody and started watching videos on this. Cause
yeah, we were, shit. Yeah, it happened while all this stuff happened. This Dr. Disrespect stuff happened while we were having a fucking get together and just taking our minds off of everything and whatnot. And then it was we had to fucking zone in on this stuff.
Before we get into all of that, one of the things I wanted to talk about was fucking last night I was just I put up the first video on our YouTube, and that is a crazy process. I had never been on that side of it. And to see, all right, bro, you got to do this. You got to verify your account to have the thumbnail. You got to verify this. You got to verify that. All right. The standard definition versions, but the HD version, you got to wait till later. And we got to see where we work from there. Thanks for this. Thanks for that. And I'm just what the?
We need a sample of your blood, and you have to sacrifice your firstborn to us when he arrives.
And then on your monitor, you draw a pentagram, and then just fucking...
If you do make it, we may or may not send you a play button. That's if we feel like it, and we might send it to you broken.
Yeah, yeah. If it's broken, there ain't shit you can do.
But yeah, it seems like it's a strenuous process. Jose does a lot of the editing part and stuff like that. He's more savvy to this stuff than I am. You do a fucking fantastic job at it. I think
I don't do a good job. And
maybe,
I'm learning step by step.
Maybe it's the fact that I know nothing. I'm impressed. In reality, you might be shit.
It is very much shit. It's very beginner stuff. But I found myself looking at video tutorials of how to use Premiere Pro, and then I would just implement everything that I would learn. So one of the things that I had an absolute boner for was the fucking the fade in and fade out thing. I was yeah, this shit's hard, bro.
When you
Control D, bro. Control D.
When you hit me up and you were telling me yo, this is what I'm gonna do or whatever. I think it was when we were on the phone initially, and I'm yo, what about if we do some kind of fade in thing or whatever? And then you hit me up later, and you're yo, it's this fade in and blah blah. I was all right, dude, dope.
The fade in is so cool.
It makes it seem more prestigious than it really is.
Nah, they have some crazy intros on YouTube though. I've seen some people do the whole transparent intro where it's just the logo just appears in front of them, while it just kind of the video is still the background. And it just acts as
and maybe they're going into it already, and then the logo. We're not there yet.
I was about to pay $50 to a dude on Fiverr to just edit the video because I was just it's just crazy. I was losing my fucking mind, dude. I didn't even realize how fucking because I thought that learning how to edit things all our audio's still not like perfect. It's definitely not. We're using USB mics, and everybody like now is that now it's now that we have more experience, so we see everybody is like, you know, with the advice of using XLR mics, it was just it was valid. Mm-hmm. Like that's a valid thing. A lot of these streamers, a lot of these content creators will use XLR mics with a mixer attached to it. So like when you're using a USB mic, there's only really so much you can really do. But again, if you have any tips, let us fucking know.
Yeah, I think we had a buddy of ours actually like saying, hey, like you should do this and this and this and this. Mm-hmm. But like, I mean, we went this route. I think it was just like I guess it was like a cheaper or seemingly more convenient route for us.
It was the buy-in, yeah.
It was also like that inexperience as well on like our part as well. Like we thought it would just be okay or whatever. Now down the road, we're probably gonna have to fork over more dough and whatnot. I you know, don't take it from us or anything like that. But if you're gonna do any kind of like, you know, if you're gonna do any YouTubing or whatever the hell, you know, throw in the cash. If you can afford to throw in the cash to get proper equipment, but be sure it's the equipment that you need so that you're not throwing money away willy-nilly. Because or else you're going to have to make a purchase and then down the line make another purchase. Maybe you have the money, maybe you don't.
At this point, we have so much gear that it almost frightens me whenever it's like, I've been looking at the XLR mics and I've been like, oh, I don't want to do. No, I just spent my loonies on this fucking on this Yeti mic, but it is a different ball game. Yeah. Like when you're using that, like, and I've seen every other like podcast just have their mixer up front, and I'm like, oh man, that visual is so cool for some reason.
Just when they're like,
just like adjusting the whatever,
the pitch and the tremble, and
the bro. That I have no idea. We do use voice meter, which you could probably check out like in this frame right here. But I mean, we're gonna try to upgrade as time goes on.
Yeah, we'll get that production up.
Yeah, we'll get
that, and then we'll hire Julio. I want him to be our boom mic guy. We might not even need one. He'll just walk around with a boom mic that's not attached to anything and just point it at people.
But yeah, I mean, like, we will be uploading different types of content once everything loosens up. We do have plans and doing things like on like fucking console launch day and stuff like that. So if you guys, stick with us and, help us out along the way, let us know what we're doing wrong. Let us know what you would like to see. Or let us know if there's anything in particular you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was really scratching my head over last night, and it took me like 30 minutes, was like, hey, write a description for your channel. So at the end of the day, I was just like, two regular dudes get together and talk about everything.
Everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing at the same time.
But it's, I mean, you would think that would be like an easy part. Like, yeah, this is what we're about. And like, no, still trying to figure shit out.
It kills me like inside. Mm-hmm. Like this just shuts me down completely. Is when like people are like, now that we're dealing with like all these programs and stuff like that. Like I did something on Adobe, like I think Adobe Spark, to do the thumbnail for the video, and it came out really bad looking, but it was what it was. But even there, it's like, what's your brand? And I'm like, bro, we came up with this name at a smoke shop. And you telling me there's a whole brand now? There.
What do you let us know about like what you're? We're just trying to figure that out, bro.
We're just trying to find ourselves. We're chilling.
Even though we're like 43 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still just kind of like rough. Like, well, we know more or less what we're about, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's still kind of rough trying to like navigate some of those like weirder areas, I guess.
Absolutely.
It's just I don't know.
Super rough. It's always super rough to just put a description on anything that you're doing.
But we're just having fun along the way.
Yeah.
As far as like for like content, like you guys can like let us know if you care to let us know. But like what you'd like to like see, we're gonna do our own shit, Yeah, but we don't mind taking, of course, like some recommendations so we can like just get some spark and do some other stuff. I want to get build a PC at some point. I'm very illiterate when it comes to this stuff. When I see my nephew, and why I'm impressed with whatever you do, and then when I see my nephew do stuff like, oh yeah, you gotta blah blah blah, I'm like, what? What do you mean my phone can do that? That's what I'm like. So, but like, I want to build like a PC. I wonder if we could like maybe do something around something like that.
Yeah. We can definitely record something like that. Right now it's such a great time because like pieces are so cheap. Like everything is so cheap. It's not like before where everything was just on the up. Everything was just like stupid expensive back when I built mine. And over time, I still ended up spending the same amount as I built it that I did when I built it into upgrading the computer. So, and I've only owned my computer for like a year and a half. My original build was a super budget build that I like, I fucking built it from scraps in a cave. Like fucking,
like fucking Tony Stark.
Like Tony Stark. If he can do it, I can do it. But like, it was, like definitely building a PC is one of those things that you want to get right the first time when you're dumping money into it, just so that for 3 years you could just be like, I'm not upgrading shit.
Yeah, you just smack. Because I mean that gets expensive over time. You want to be able to chill like on a PC and like its parts for like a long time, so that you're not fucking like swapping shit out like on the regular.
I'll tell you like one of the things that costed me the most. When I built my PC, RAM was at like an all-time high in price. Like RAM was just fucking disgustingly priced. So we're talking about like a kit of 2 4GB sticks was about $100. And at the time that was like all I could afford. I was like, all right, forget it. So then as time went on, I think this was around the time of like Gears 5 that it was like I was running it, but it was using up every resource because I was just doing 8GB. And then I was like, fuck it, man. Like, I have to upgrade. So I ran out and I bought a 16GB kit that wasn't compatible with the old kit because that kit was discontinued. So I had to pick up a new kit for about like $80. So there's $180. Then recently, when it was like, oh, hey, we're going to get into like editing and all this stuff, 16 gigs isn't really enough. I went out and I bought a whole fresh kit of like 64 gigs for like $300 or something. So in total, the RAM costed about like $500 to upkeep. But had I just made that decision at the time, I would have saved about $200.
Yeah.
So it's always one of those things where it's like you have to make sure you know what you want to do first.
Yeah.
Rather than, hey, I'm going to walk into this blind, because you'll just be stuck with all these upgrades and everything.
Yeah. And you're going to end up spending a lot more money than like you would have liked, Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be an interesting venture. I guess I would need to like really like hammer down what I want.
What you want to do,
you know? Yeah. Because I know like what kind of games I'll be playing and stuff like that, but like I guess I would need to know how it's gonna run and what I'm aiming for or whatever. I guess. Yeah, I know nothing. Nothing. But yeah, that'll be dope if we do that. That'd be interesting. And I definitely want to do like console release.
Yeah.
Like,
hell yeah.
I definitely want to do that.
I think we both kind of have decided that like, yo, this is something that we're gonna do, and I think from the beginning, it was something that we were very excited to do. E3 was also one of those big events that we wanted to kind of cover like in depth. We had a whole plan for it, but then everything else happened, and then that had to be paused. But then like these console releases are definitely something that we're gonna like really cover by the time they come out. So hopefully, like, you get to see us like in a line and shit like that, doing the whole schmuck thing, like just I'm waiting for a PS5.
Give me that PS5. This is a weird fucking time. It's a weird time to like venture into this.
Yeah.
Making it like as far as we have. It's weird. I don't know how it's gonna be like whenever those consoles come out. It's supposed to be this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be different, bro. Like it's gonna be.
It's a whole new like field out there. Then that's limited too on those PS5s, right?
Oh, it's gonna be super limited. I mean, going by like the rumors and shit, but like I don't know, because like I feel like even the Switch that was super limited, like I managed to like me and like 2 of our friends managed to snag like 3 of them. Mm-hmm. So I think that like we'd be good in a way, like. But definitely the PS5 is gonna be like the gem. I feel like for the holiday season, if you want one outright, it's gonna be hard to get one.
Yeah, I think there'll be shortages with that console. There's definitely gonna be areas that are just gonna suffer. You're probably gonna have dudes having to like drive out super far to try to get one, or reserve. Or you better reserve one or something, man. I want that Cyberpunk to come out. I stopped into a GameStop today, and they had the Cyberpunk like figures, and the packaging was beautiful, really nice. They were McFarlane figures. I love McFarlane figures. However, the quality on them were like were lower than what I'm used to seeing on McFarlane figures. Yeah. And I was just like, I kind of wanted. They had like they had the default dude. And they had the Keanu Reeves character Silverhand, I think it was his name. There, I wanted that Johnny Silverhand.
That's dope. That's dope.
It's dope that he's in the game. Period. It's dope.
I like the merchandise that they're coming out with. Like they came out with a super like limited edition graphics card that's like painted in the Cyberpunk colors, and it says like I think it lights up and says Cyberpunk. Oof. And it's like, I think it's like $1,500 or something like that. But it comes with a copy of the game as well. Like, as a, like, here you go. Yeah. But it's like a limited piece. I was so close to being like, yeah, but that would have just like completely bankrupted me.
But like, I feel like any Cyberpunk swag that comes out, it's going to be like a must-have kind of thing. For me, it was just a pass on these figures. I'm like big on like figures and stuff like that. But for me, I was just like, let me just pass on these.